All right. 10 ground, Skyhawk 5880 Echo is at the hangars, requesting 5 touch and goes with information Sierra and run up.
Cessna 5880 Echo, John 2 ground, runway 20, taxi via Romeo 3 Alpha. You can do your run up at Alpha 4.
5880 Echo, we'll taxi runway 20 via Romeo 3 Alpha, run up on Alpha 4. All right, Romeo 3 is that way.
Affirmative.
To the left. What's a good distance to stay behind a jet like this so we don't get blown away?
This is good. Yeah, TBM 930 will cruise at like 335 knots if the temperature is warm enough. Mustang will cruise about 305. And it's just because of their wing. It provides really high stability at low speeds, but how long are you traveling at low speeds for in a jet, right? Which is why their cruise speed is so compromised.
Just build them like a B-1 bomber or a F-14, you know, just move the wings out and in as you need them.
Exactly.
All right, run up time. Brakes are on, fuel's on both. Trim is now set for takeoff. Flight controls, elevator, ailerons. Rudder is ruddering.
Very good.
And then we got instruments. 5 degrees of bank on the horizon. Everything's good there. Wings level. Ball's in the middle.
Very good.
Heading indicator is still a little bit off. That's closer. There's no squelch on this, is there?
No, it's like a high and low setting. On the bottom here. Yeah, sensitivity, high and low. On the bottom.
High. Doesn't make it close enough. Not gonna worry about it. Right, mixtures full rich. Primer is glued shut.
Yes.
No factor there for sure. 1700 RPM. Here we come. Mag test. Right. About 150. Back to both. About 50 or 75. So we're within
ground jet card 81 clear of the runway.
Jet card 81, John 2 ground, taxiing the ramp via Alpha Romeo 4.
Alpha Romeo 4, jet card 81.
Back in. Amp to 0. Oil pressure's in the green, all temps in the green. And our throttle friction's feeling pretty good. Alright, takeoff, pre-takeoff briefing. So, briefing is if engine dies before rotation, we just come to a full stop, perform engine shutdown. If engine dies after rotation, but we have significant runway remaining, we glide back down, full stop, perform engine shutdown. If engine dies after rotation without significant runway, but less than 1,000 feet AGL, then we find the best spot to land within this much range and achieve glide speed and try and set it down, hopefully not in a tree.
Very good.
If we die after, engine dies after 1,000 feet rotation with at least 1,000 feet AGL, we'll perform a power off 180, come back to the runway and land. And also if we have time, we'll try to perform the engine start checklist while in the air.
Pretty good. But let's say if we die after, I'm not really concerned about landing anymore.
All right, flaps 0, mixture best power, carb heat's off. Transponder is looking good. Altitude, heading bug is no factor. Doors, windows, we'll get that in a second. Strobes gonna be on. Landing light is on. All right, we're ready to go.
Let's go ahead and monitor the tower.
All right, go ahead and do this so I don't forget.
Uh-huh.
Because it looks like we're gonna be clear for takeoff.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Tune Tower, Skyhawk 5880 Echo is holding short from runway 20 on Alpha 4.
Cessna 5880 Echo, John Tune Tower. Turn right, back taxi along runway 20. From the end, runway 20, clear for takeoff, make right traffic.
Back taxi all the way to the end?
Yep.
So that means taxi.
80 Echo, acknowledge.
Yeah, we copy. We'll back taxi via runway 20, and then we'll turn around and we'll depart 80 Echo.
Never heard that one before. So we're going to taxi down the runway. Yep, learn something new every time. Didn't know that was a possible thing.
Yeah. He's probably doing it so we don't impede on the possible wake turbulence from the departing aircraft.
Gives us a little more time for it to dissipate.
Yeah. And if he pushes us further back on the runway, then we will lift off ahead of the wake of the departing aircraft.
Is that a little bit of the shimmy that I'm feeling in the rudder pedals right there?
I don't really feel it. But since you're going to be turning to your left, so you would cut to the right.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Make very good. Right, and then make the left turn. All right, when you're ready.
Airspeed's alive. Full gauge is in the green. $50, $55.
There you go.
Pitch for 80.
Very nice takeoff.
I really do think that this airplane has a little bit of built-in right rudder trim.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like I need as much with this plane as the others.
Yeah, that's kind of a little bit of that on the bottom end of the rudder, that built-in trim helps out a little bit as well. Now, for these patterns, would you like me to take over comms so you can focus more on the traffic pattern? Or do you feel like you can have it both?
I think I can do them both.
Okay.
I don't feel like I've had a lot of trouble with the comm side of it thus far.
Oh, no, I don't. I disagree. I think you've been... I mean, no, I agree. I don't think you have a lot of trouble. I think you've taken to it quite easily. I do remember our first flight, it was a little bit of a shock reaction, but I think you've dealt with it very well.
Yeah, I just didn't think, I remember that flight too. I was like, oh God, this is the one thing I wasn't prepared for.
You've done very well since then.
Yeah, we turned a little late. See if we can come back to it.
Okay.
If not, then we go around.
Affirmative.
should be 65. All right, my spot.
2 Charlie Tango, remain east of Alpha, landing in the east side grass will be at your own risk.
East of Alpha, east side grass, own res 2 Charlie Tango.
Very good. Yep. Our reduction of power is going to help. So do you have your aiming spot?
Yeah, it's the... Well, I'm trying to determine what it is right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're high. So...
Okay, if we're high, I would reduce more power. I'd probably go power idle.
Very... Feels like it's already at idle.
There you go. Nicely done. And gradually, head back.
I felt better about that.
That was very good. Yep. A little bit of right rudder. Not too much. That was out there. Very good.
Tower, TBM 940 Lima Golf is let's see, about 10.
I felt much better about that round out, for sure.
Me too.
And
I really did like that round out.
For the visual for 20.
I liked how you started bringing back in the flare. It was good. Just, there's going to be like a little bit of a wall, but you want to continue gradually increasing the back pressure as the airspeed decreases, so you can land on your main wheels. But that was all you, and that was very good. Let's do it again.
Yeah. The approach was less than ideal, but...
Yeah, if you make that correction to bring power back earlier, we probably would have been on glide slope, but that's not a big deal. We had the runway made.
Yeah.
So power idle was the best move there. And then you followed it, and I liked most of all that you didn't let the entry and the ground effect scare you, and you didn't stop flying the plane. You kept flying the plane, which is very important. I like that a lot. Do you see him?
Yeah, got him.
Okay. Yep, if you see him, go ahead and tell him.
Okay. 5880 Echo, we have that traffic in sight.
Cessna 80 Echo, base to follow, runway 20, number 2, clear for the option.
5880 Echo, number 2 for the option. 20.
Very good.
And I'll watch. So watching for them, I would say a good time for us to turn base would be when they're abeam.
Exactly right.
Is that about right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But before then, you kind of want to do your downwind, carb heat, throttle, and flaps.
Yeah.
And 2 Tower, flight step 407 with you. Just outside of Baikal for a visual 20.
Flight step 407, John 2 Tower, port a 5 mile final, runway 20.
All right, we'll call 5 mile final at 20, flight step 407.
You want to be as quiet as you can.
Yeah, that guy sounded like Ghost from Hell.
Either he smoked one pack too many during his lifetime, or he's trying to wake up, or not trying to wake up his co-pilot. All right. Remember, you want to turn final a little bit sooner than you have.
20.
Yeah. The speed is good. Maintain 70.
TBM 0 Lima Golf, turn left when able. Are you parking at the contour ramp or hangar, sir?
We'll be going to the contour ramp.
TBM 0 Lima Golf, you can taxi contour ramp via Alpha Romeo 4.
We'll go to the ramp Alpha Romeo 4, 0 Lima Golf.
Got a little to the right.
Helicopter 452 Charlie Tango, east side grass, looking for departure, present location, remain in the pattern.
Helicopter 2 Charlie Tango, departure from the grass to be at your own risk. You make a left close traffic.
Left close traffic, departure from east side grass, own risk, helicopter 2 Charlie Tango.
Yep, maintain
Flex jet 407, have you in sight. Runway 20, clear to land.
Alright, clear to land, 20, flex jet 407.
All right, now I got my spot.
Okay. All right. And gradually, there you go. Not too much. All right.
Yep. All right.
Full power.
Guess I still had a little too much airspeed.
Not necessarily. We just raised the nose back up when we were on the ground already. A little bit of right rudder there. To maintain a nose wheel off the ground, it's not going to be the same amount of back pressure to flare. So in reality, when you flare, you're going to reduce the back pressure into slightly more forward pressure.
Once you're on the ground.
Once you're on the ground, right. You're not going to reinitiate the flare.
80 Echo, right close traffic approved.
80 Echo, right close traffic approved.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
Take some of that forward trim back out.
There you go.
Sink there.
Uh-huh.
A little shallow, but all right. Something's making our nose go to the right. I don't know what.
Yep. A little bit of left rudder. Full power, all the way.
Fetch at 406, runway 20,
sure.
Alpha.
Up one notch.
Yep.
There you go. Okay.
Fetch at 406, you can utilize Romeo 3 or Romeo 4, your discretion.
Very good. So the main issue with that one is during the final section of approach, we were hovering between 60 and 55 knots. So we were kind of slow coming in. We want to kind of hold ourselves.
You're approved to air taxi to the HOA. There is one Phenom coming out. He's going to be going down Romeo 3, avoid overflying.
2 Charlie Tango, rudder, we'll proceed to the HOA and we'll watch off that Phenom.
We kind of want to maintain 65.
FLS 20.
Yep, or above. 65 or above is okay. As long as we're above, that means we have ample ground effect to really kind of get settled in. Once we come in slow, especially if we round out.
Correction, right close traffic approved.
80 Echo, right close traffic approved.
Very good. If we come in slow, we don't really have a lot of ground effect.
So we kind of sank through it too fast, and that's why we bounced.
Yeah, we kind of hit the ground pretty hard. That's why we kind of bounced. But this next time, we'll come in a little bit faster, and we'll get settled in that ground effect, and not have you manipulate the aircraft in that ground control, in that ground effect again. Yep.
Jet 406, contact departure.
Departure Jet 406.
So how would you correct if you were slow?
Nose down.
Uh-huh. But if you nose down, you're going to lose more altitude, so how would you, exactly?
Yeah.
Kind of goes in unison.
Now we got a lot of airspeed there.
Huh?
Alright, now they're at 70.
Okay. So you're higher or low?
I'm high.
Okay.
Losing that altitude.
I would reduce more power. There you go. Yep, and then a little bit of right aileron. A little bit of left rudder.
Ah,
You're good. And reinitiate.
there we go.
Okay. There you go. There you go.
I still had a bounce, but it was a little better.
Yep.
Yeah, I felt that crosswind.
Yeah, a little bit of right aileron, a little bit of left rudder. You kind of have to hold it and increase the back pressure kind of gently with the decrease in airspeed. It's a little bit of a nuanced motion. But still possible. I don't think it was a bad landing, like the absolute worst. I think it was safe. But we just want to avoid the bounce, so we're just going to have to hold a little bit more.
Cessna 80 Echo, right close traffic approved. You're going to be following a Mooney intercepting about a 4.5 mile final.
80 Echo, right close traffic. We'll look for that Mooney.
Yep.
Mooney 2 Mike Bravo, runway 20, clear to land.
Runway 20, clear to land, Mooney 2 Mike Bravo.
A little bit more of a flare, a little bit earlier, and that would have been a little bit softer, and it would have been easier to manage the bounce. Very good. All right. So focus on the sound of the aircraft.
Yeah.
That'll pretty much tell you if your speed is constant, which is it is, but be on the lookout for when it gets quieter, because that means we're slowing down.
They're 65, 70. Shallow, for sure. But
There you go. Right aileron.
Sir 6 Kilo Whiskey, having sight, runway 20, clear to land.
Thanks to land 206 Kilo Whiskey.
well, that was better
That was better.
on the touchdown,
Yep.
at least.
Cessna 24 Golf Victor, can you stay your position?
Very good. Yeah, as far as the right aileron, just a really small light deflection.
Cessna
Not
24
enough
Golf Victor, Roger. Traffic
right
following
aileron
the
to
Cessna
turn,
on
but
the go.
enough right
Make it
aileron
right
to
close
stop the
traffic.
drift from the left.
Look for the traffic.
To the left.
Cessna 80 Echo, right close traffic improved. You're inside of a Cessna. He's 5 miles southwest inbound for a downwind.
80 Echo right trip, close traffic approved. He said there's a Cessna.
Yep, over there somewhere. We're going to be inside of them, so that means he wants us to turn before them.
Cessna 80 Echo, when able, start your right crosswind.
80 Echo, we'll start our right crosswind.
Get to 80.
And I apologize, was that Flynash 1 calling?
Flynash 3.
Flynash 3, depart from the helipad to Beatrice and risk, you proceed south and eastbound.
South and east, Flynash 3.
Very good.
Just on over here. Actually turned just a smidge early that time, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I like a early turn
yeah,
instead of
it's easier.
Late one.
I feel a sink coming, even though I know I'm high, it feels like... Oh, it's because there we go.
There you go. Just remember, when you lower the nose, add about 100, 200 RPM to stop that sink from coming down, or that descent rate from increasing.
Flagship 407, John 2 ground, standby. Let me call approach and get that for you.
Very good. Very good. Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Ah, we bubbled.
Yep.
Dang it.
Forward,
Ah, not again.
forward,
Yeah,
and then reinitiate.
that was a classic porpoise right there.
There we go.
Cessna 80 Echo, you can taxi in the ramp via Alpha Romeo 3.
80 Echo, taxi via Alpha Romeo 3.
Yeah, I think you had the formula right the second time when you went forward and reinitiated. Go ahead and cross the whole short line.
All right, yeah. It'll be on the other side, not this.